Hi everyone, my name is Cameron Leland and I am going to become a pharmacist. I first got interested in the pharmacy field when I discovered that there are millions of ways to make medicine and millions of ways to help people feel better with those medicines. Pharmacy began around 2400 BC when the first recorded prescriptions were found inscribed on a clay tablet in Mesopotamia. Since then, there have been great advances and great struggles in the pharmacy field, ranging from losing power as nostrum makers who just make quick fix pills, to the debates on who is responsible for drug epidemics, to people who are the major checkers on doctors' work. One of the major reasons I decided to get into this field was so that I might be able to help work out these problems, and so that I can help make medicine more equitable and affordable for everyone. I also discovered that there is a large problem with medication errors in the pharmaceutical field, which has caused turmoil in the medical field and is something that can be easily solved. I am very excited to be here with you today, discussing this problem and presenting a way to solve it. Usually patients are not concerned with these type of medication errors. People who pick up prescriptions are more concerned about if they can get their medicine delivered, if that pharmacy takes their insurance, and if they can get vaccines at that pharmacy. But I want you to think back to a time when you've been to the doctor and gotten a prescription. You usually trust that the doctor is prescribing and frantically writing on the prescription pad, right? And then you aimlessly go to the pharmacy, have them fill it, pick it up, and then take the medication without even thinking about it. That is because of years of trust instilled in doctors and pharmacists. However, what happens when those doctors make mistakes? When they prescribe the wrong medication or the wrong dosage? And then when pharmacists don't catch these mistakes, who's responsible? Lives of patients are at risk every day. Medication errors can lead to harm, disability, and even death for patients when not taken seriously. According to the research article, Medication Errors, an Overview for Clinicians, medication errors occur when there is a weak medication system, or when human factors like fatigue, poor working conditions, and staff shortages negatively affect prescribing, transcribing, dispensing, administration, and monitoring practices. The American Society of Health System Pharmacists even categorize these errors based on prescribing, omission, unauthorized drug use, wrong dosage, and more. These errors can seriously risk the lives of patients. Not to mention, it is estimated that these medication errors have costed the world around $42 billion a year. This problem first began when practitioners began to be overworked and burnt out. In a study published by the British Medical Journal, 123 medical residents were surveilled for their rates of burnout and depression. Almost all of these medical residents met the criteria for depression and burnout, which contributed to higher rates of medication errors than their counterparts who were not depressed or burnt out. The increasing number of working hours, number of patients, and more have been leading to doctors, nurses, and pharmacists making mistakes and not double-checking their work. Well, how come this problem hasn't been fixed yet? The simple answer is, it's too expensive. It is incredibly hard and expensive to gather all the pharmacists, doctors, and other medical practitioners in the world and tell them that we need to fix this problem. I'm sure the majority of them know that we need to fix this problem. It's just a matter of implementing ways to fix it. For example, starting in one hospital and revamping the collaborative team effort and then continuing that elsewhere would be more helpful than a whole gathering of everyone and telling everyone they need to fix it without giving them ways to help. This is what happened in a hospital in Thailand where the rate of medication errors was considerably high. People implemented the Lean Six Sigma method, which encourages a collaborative team effort where people remove waste and reduce errors. The waste in this case would be medication, problems with dispensing medication, and reducing errors would be obviously reducing medication errors. This hospital was able to reduce medication errors from 29 incidents to 6 each week, and even save almost $83,000. Another study used pharmacist-led information technology interventions, where the pharmacist had to spend an extra 5 minutes processing prescriptions that came in and double-check them with the prescription patient database. This method had a 95% probability rate at being effective at reducing medication error and patient risk. Both methods would be effective at reducing the risk of medication error and risk to patients. With $10,000, we could implement these programs in several hospitals and retail pharmacists to start reducing the number of medication errors. I see that I only have a little bit of time left to speak with you about the medication error epidemic, so I'll leave you with a few points. Medication errors have been increasing in the medical field, have been costing billions of dollars all over the world, and have been risking the lives of patients every day. If we do not find a way to solve this problem soon, more patients will be at risk and more money will be lost. I encourage you to help me solve this problem by implementing the pharmacist-led information technology interventions, or the Lean Six Sigma method, in hospitals, pharmacies, and retail pharmacies around the world. The world will always need medications, so we have to make sure that patients are around to receive them. Thank you.